Good morning, everyone, and happy 4th of July as we celebrate the birthday of the greatest country in this world. And just want to wish all those Americans who love and appreciate America and are not trying to divide it with their lies and divisive words and calling it trash and every other thing that just is not true except in their eyes. To everybody else, happy 4th of July. And here is this week's update for the garden, which is really kind of taken off. Hey, so the days are getting shorter, as everyone knows, so the amount of sun that this pepper bed is getting goes down every day. But it seems to still be doing well. The deer have not found this tomato plant yet, but I imagine they will. These are the habanero plants that are taking off quite a bit. Not sure if I have any. Maybe a few of them starting down there. For some reason, this little guy decided not to join the party this year. This guy still has no peppers on it, so I still do not know what that is. Another volunteer tomato. This is a huge habanero plant. Once these things take off, I'll get tons and tons of peppers. Probably only need one plant, but people like the hot sauce I make, and I guess the more the merrier. Starting to get more of these Peter peppers, and this one looks like it might even be getting ready to change color. But definitely starting to get a lot of these on this plant. That's nice to see. A lot of peppers on this guy. I think this is the Jamaican. One of these turned red and I tried eating it and it just got too hot after a while. Still only have these 4 mole peppers. I guess that's all this plant can handle. The rest of them are falling off. Still get flowers, but no peppers. I think this is a Jamaican too, but it grows kind of weird. So I don't know if I just have another variety or not. Let's see, this guy. Still no peppers. This guy still has no peppers, but backup tomato plant behind it. This guy has no pepper. Yeah, finally does have a pepper. Not sure what that would be, but bell peppers are looking great. Might need to stake some of these up. This guy here is getting big and kind of leaning over, probably reaching for the sun. Be my guess. There's my first bell pepper flower I've seen. I still got this plant here that turned into about 4 plants growing up because of the way it started. You see how it started this way. And then the branches that shot up from the base are almost turning into separate plants. Raspberry's still looking good. Don't get a whole lot in the spring harvest, but hoping in the fall get a lot more. It's another habanero plant. The main reason I have so many habanero plants is instead of buying seeds, I just go to the local produce market, buy an habanero, throw the seeds into some dirt, and then I end up with a ton of plants. So, I get all these plants for about 15 cents. Same thing we do with the bell peppers. Save our bell pepper seeds. So this plant, look at that. Wow, first time I've seen that, it got big. It's a mole plant I just threw in here. Not sure what this guy is. Almost looks like a boot jalokia the way it's growing. Okay. Apologize for the sun. It's a sunny morning today. I've actually had a lot of rain and storms lately, which has been great for the dirt. I have very, very good draining dirt here. It could rain for days straight and it's not going to flood. I've been told that this used to be a river bottom, so I have no clay. So on the flip side, it can dry out a little faster, but as long as you throw mulch down, usually pretty good. Yeah, the onion seeds are all kinds of different stages. Coming out of the cocoon, completely done. Some over there that are still working on getting done. And then my first year green onions, so they're not going to go to seed. And all these turnips I'm wasting, and I need to get to eating them. Anyway, my potato plants are dying out, and I'm not ready for them to be dying out. And you can just, they all grew on top of the dirt this year. It just seems weird to me, but whatever. Pepper plants. This one's an ancho. Ain't got a whole lot on it. Not sure what this is. Letting the lettuce go to seed. I'll let that go to seed and just drop and get free lettuce again next year. Another pepper plant. This might be a Jamaican. I don't even know. I need to do a better job of marking these next year. You know, these are Scotch bonnets, I believe. I don't know. They're either Scotch bonnets or Buchalokias, I have no idea. That one's clearly a cayenne pepper. Very well. Okay, I have a carrot here. Do not plant carrots. That's either seed that dropped last year or one I forgot to harvest. I got the anchos looking good. Back here, my first ancho turning color. I have to pick that soon. These two potato plants, this here, I did not plant. Not sure where they came from. I guess I just didn't harvest them all last year. This pepper plant's getting huge. I should stake that up. Not sure what kind of pepper that is, but clearly I'm getting a ton of them. Should make some good hot sauce. Pepper plants. Nothing growing there. I guess I could put cucumbers maybe. There's a beet that survived the rabbits for so far. And I got my cucamelons I transplanted. These pretty purple flowers are from the radish. And here's kind of a mess. I just pulled out the weeds, but got one radish plant left trying to make seed. Cucamelons there. Gotta tie up that cherry tomato. And another cherry tomato. Some beautiful new raspberry canes. I believe that's a bell pepper. And the only carrots I have this year. Never grew carrots here, so I don't know how they'll do. More raspberry canes. So every raspberry cane that you see, I think I bought like about 5-6 years ago. Only one cane survived, and all of these have grown off of that one cane. Spread like a weed. Somehow the kale came back to life. There's even a pepper plant back there because I gave up on it, but I didn't need this cage for the lettuce anymore, so now it's protecting the kale, and the rabbit's happy. He gets kale every day. It's a mystery radish, don't know where that came from. And a couple pepper plants. Here are the, now mind you, I didn't plant a single cucamelon plant. And look at that. They're just beautiful. And it's amazing how little disease they have and how nothing bothers them. So I should have thousands of cucamelons. Another ancho plant with a cucamelon at the base of it. Got some peppers in there. Getting a lot off of this one. Some kind of pepper plant here. Not sure what it is. Guess I'm pretty sure it's a Buchalokia, but can't promise it. I believe that's a bell pepper. Still not sure. There's another one. Bell pepper. Oh no, it's probably Jamaican, but I'm not sure. I believe that's a bell pepper. And this thing totally confounding me because, I mean, it's huge and it looks like it's the same everywhere. But on the left side, I'm getting these yellow things starting to grow on them. I got one here. It opened up. I don't know if you can see any more in there. But then on this side, let's see, what's back here? Clearly a pumpkin. So, I mean, there's really two huge plants that are completely different. That's what it's looking like. Another pumpkin there. So, can't wait to see what those turn out to be. There's the bell peppers. This is my backup zucchini plant. And I have a cucumber beetle problem. I'm guessing that's what's eating these up. Good Lord, this must be their favorite one. And then the beans are protected from the stupid rabbits, so doing okay. But this one's got some kind of, I guess that's brown rust. Maybe I need to take that out. Maybe that's some kind of disease that's going to spread. Doesn't look good. Zucchini plant that's starting to produce. I've harvested 3 so far. Another one down there. Another one right there, but it's kind of small. I'm not sure he got pollinated. Another one down there. So I'm getting lucky with the squash bug. Nothing killed it. And it also has a cucamelon that came out of nowhere. I did not put that there. Jalapeno plants starting to take off finally. Probably put a few on here this week, so that makes me happy. Cucumber plants look great. I mean, and I know these can die overnight from one bite from the cucumber beetle, which I have a problem with this year, but there's a lot of cucumbers growing. I don't know how many you can see in there, but let's see, there. There's just so many of them growing. So, gonna have some cucumbers. I think I'll go ahead and plant another few seeds. Quick growers. I think I can still grow some this year. And the pumpkin patch. Say days are getting shorter. This area gets very little sun. This is where most of the cucumber beetles like to hang out. They don't seem to bother the pumpkin plants. I have very few pumpkins. I just don't think you get enough sun back here. But we'll see. Got a pepper plant I had started back here, and it had been doing well, but I think it's just going to get blocked out now. Now that these are really starting to take off. And volunteer, I'm assuming that's a pumpkin plant too. It's got some male flowers open, but no pumpkins yet. Okay. Finally have some basil coming up. Basil or parsley, but I'll give this another couple weeks and it should be doing well. Swiss chard. Looking good, I guess. Good enough. And I'm going to try to take you in here. Things are growing out of control. I really need to take out this butternut squash plant. It's starting to grow out of control. I can't walk back here, but like I said, we had a lot of rain. It's been warming up a little bit, so everything's taken off. I'm starting to get a bunch of beefsteak sized tomatoes. And I've actually been keeping up with these tomatoes, so it's something I've never really done in the past. This, I believe, is another cherry tomato. I should rip that out. I don't know why I do this to myself. This one has quite a few growing on it. So, it's doing really well. Pretty soon I'm not going to have to walk back here. The Swiss chard I threw back here is growing well, but it's going to start getting choked out. Some nice looking tomatoes in here. Tomato there. I think I'll get a lot of tomatoes this year. I am getting this every now and then. And it's really just this plant. I need to try to get in here more often. And these are the cherry tomatoes, the Texas Roadhouse. The peas were kind of a bust. They were seeds that I had kept, and I had 2 different varieties growing, and I think they mixed, and so I didn't know if it was shelling or just eat the whole pod. Love to get over there and show you. Okay, some tomatoes growing on this one. Yellow Swiss chard. This plant that has thousands and thousands of flowers. Can't imagine every batch and just being a ton of them. I don't know if that plant will make it. Not really worth showing you the peas. That was just mostly a complete bomb. Now, these over here that I know were definitely the shelling are doing really well. So next year I'll just buy a bunch of those. Those are our favorite anyway. Oh, missed one. Another one. Just harvested a bunch this morning. Okay, so that's pretty much what's going on in here. Only forgotten to close this off one night and nothing went in, so. Lemon tree is still officially dead, but the 2 pepper plants, jalapenos, are starting to do well. Volunteer tomato plant. Raspberry canes coming through. And then I got the slow bolting cilantro. I'll take that inside soon if it gets super hot. And this is what I've harvested today. A few cucamelons, a bunch of pea pods, zucchini and a cucumber. Here's my eggplant, which is probably too late for this season, so I'll just plan on overwintering that. It should be good to go for next year. I can't believe only 1 seed out of like 10 came up. And then more Swiss chard. Alrighty, so there's everything. Appreciate everybody who watches. And again, happy 4th of July. And I don't know, hopefully we can get rid of all this hate in the country, all this divisiveness, and we can all just come together and realize what a great country we actually have here, and if we work together, how much greater it can be. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see everyone next week.